morning students. I hope you all have done your homework, and today we are going to start exercise 2.3, which is on page number 43. Now the first question of the exercise is, which of the following will not represent 0? Now the A part is 1 plus 0. If I add 1 with 0, I will get 1. 1 plus 0, your answer is 1. When you multiply 0 with 0, then your answer will be 0. If you divide 0 by 2 or any other number, if 0 is in the numerator and you divide the 0 by any number, then again you will get 0. Now the D part is 10 minus 10 divided by 2. The first step, you have to solve 10 minus 10. When you subtract, you will get 0. 0 upon 2. Again, if you divide 0 by 2, you will get 0. Now the question is, which of the following will not represent 0? After solving, what will we get? We get A will not represent 0. So answer is A will not represent 0. A will not represent 0. Second question is, if the product, where product means you have to multiply, if the product of two whole number is instead of is, I will write is equals to 0, can we say that one or both of them will be 0? Justify through example. Now first line, the meaning of first line is, if the product of two whole number is 0, but what are the whole numbers? It is not given, so that's why we will take any variable, say A and B. A is the first whole number. Why I write multiply? Because here it is written, if the product of two whole numbers, where A is a whole number, B is a whole number, I have to multiply is, that's why I written is equals to 0. So let A multiply B is equals to 0, where A and B are whole numbers. Now the question is, you have to find when the product will be 0. If one or both of them will be 0, justify through examples. Suppose I take an example. If I take 1, multiply 0. If I multiply 1 with 0, then I will get 0. If I multiply 0 with 49, where 0 is a whole number, 49 is a whole number, when I multiply both the numbers, again I will get 0. If I multiply 0 with 0, both are whole number. When I multiply 0 with 0, again I will get 0. Means in which cases I will get 0? If I multiply 0 with any number, or if I multiply 0 with 0, in both the cases I will get 0. Either one or both of them will be 0. My final answer is 0. So I will write yes, one or both of them will be 0. So when the final answer will be 0, if we multiply the given number by 0 or both the number will be 0, then answer will be 0. So this is our final answer. One or both of the whole number will be 0. Either one is 0 or both of them will be 0. The third question is, if the product of two whole number is 1, can we say one or both of them will be 1? Now in this, product of two whole number is 1. In the previous question, the product of two whole number was 0, but in case the product of two whole number is 1. Now we have to find one or both of them will be 1 when I get the final answer 1. So here firstly I will write where A and B are whole numbers, where A and B are any number. Let's take an example. Let's any whole number, say 15. If I multiply 15 by 1, so I will get 15. If I multiply 1 with 39, then I will get 39. But if I multiply 1 with 1, then I will get 1. It means if both the whole numbers are 1, my final answer is both of them will be 1. When will I get the product 1? If both the whole numbers are 1. If only one number is 1 and the other number is 15 or 17, and if you multiply both the numbers, then you will get answer like this, identity. But if you multiply 1 with 1, then you will get 1. 4 is find using distributive property. Now in this we have to use distributive property. Firstly, I will write 100 plus 1 instead of 101, and as we done earlier, multiply 728 by 100 first, then add, write plus, then 728 by 1, then multiply both the numbers plus 728. If you add both the numbers, then I will get 73,528. B part, again write 5,437 multiply 1000 plus 1. Now multiply this number, that is 5,437 by 1000, then plus, then again multiply 5,437 by 1. Firstly solve this number. 5437000 plus 5437. Now add both the numbers, then 4 this 5. So my answer is 54. We have question number 5. In this you have to study the pattern and write the next 2 steps after this. Now first we have 1 multiplied by 8 plus 1 is equals to 9. Then we have 1 2 multiplied by 8 plus 2 is equals to 9 8. If I follow the pattern 1 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5, the numbers are in consecutive order, then we have 1 2 3 4 5. If I solve first one, I will get 9, and the second one is 9 8. Then we will get 9 8 7, then 9 8 7 6, 9 8 7 6 5. In this the digits are the consecutive one, and if I follow the same pattern, I will write 1 2 3 4 5 6 multiply by 8 plus 6 is equals to 9 8 7 6 5 4. Now look at 1 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5. Then we have 1 2 3 4 5 6. Again we multiply that by 8. Then we have 1 2 3 4 5 6. If I follow this pattern, then I will get 9 8 7 6 5 4. The next is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 multiplied by 8 plus 7 is equals to 9 8 7 6 5 4 3. So 9 9 8 9 8 7, then 6, then similarly we will get this. So your homework is you have to solve exercise 2.3 on the notebooks.